What's going on, guys? Get123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and today what I want to talk to you guys about is the fact that, well, a lot of people were wrong about the DLC that was supposed to come out today, myself included. I said that we were probably due for some DLC really soon, if not last week, then this week, and today is Tuesday. Today's the day that the DLCs usually come out. You know Rockstar, you know how the video game industry works. Tuesdays are the days that video games and DLC updates and things like that come out, and, well, here we are, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and still we've got absolutely nothing. So, I think it's safe to say that there's going to be no DLC released today, and so today I just kind of want to talk about why that might be the case, and really how Rockstar just threw a huge curveball at our faces. I mean, it was a pretty low blow on their part. No, it wasn't a low blow, I shouldn't call it that, but they put a lot of clues in front of us. They dangled some carrots in front of our faces, so to speak, and they made us believe that a DLC would be coming out, at least by the end of September, for multiple reasons. First of all, as you guys know, there's been a lot of server maintenance going on lately, and I wanted to make videos covering that, but like I said in my last video, I've just been so super busy lately that I have not really had time to be making videos like I'd like to, but when I find time here and there, you know, I sit down and I, you know, squeeze out a video real quick and try to do what I can. But anyways, like I said, there's been a lot of server maintenance lately, and I figured that was probably for one of two reasons, if not both reasons. First of all, you know, the garage mods, the garage hacks that have been going around, those needed to be patched, so the server maintenance there would make sense. But in a way, I think a lot of us were maybe hoping that server maintenance could be pertaining to some sort of DLC update. And I mean possibly even a big DLC update, because how often do you see server maintenance going on? Not very often, so, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm kind of thinking, like, is there some crazy off chance that this is going to be the heist update, or is this going to be casinos? They never do server maintenance. But it turns out that, well, the server maintenance was not DLC, and there are still supposedly hacks going around in the GTA Online lobbies, so apparently it didn't fix that either. So it kind of leaves you to stand there and say to yourself, well, what the heck is going on? And as if all that's not enough, as I tell you guys in my videos all the time, Rockstar averages a new DLC once every 28, 29, or 30 or so days, and it's been about 30 days now. It's actually been over 30 days, and still at this point we've had no new DLC. And that kind of takes us to our next topic, just how reliable is the source code for Grand Theft Auto Online when it comes to finding out information about when these new DLCs will be coming out. Because as you know, if you've been paying attention lately, the new MPLTS DLC that people have been talking about, myself included, and a lot of YouTubers were saying, you know, this DLC will be out by the end of the month. It'll be out, some people said last week, some people said this week, like today. However, that is clearly not the case. There was no DLC today, and that kind of makes you ask yourself, how much should we be relying on the source code for information? Because clearly, it's not always right. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there have been plenty of times where it has been right, but maybe it's getting to the point where, you know, we shouldn't be so reliant on the information that we find in the source code, and we shouldn't be so quick to jump to conclusions. And that goes out to everybody, myself, to all of you guys, and also other Grand Theft Auto YouTubers, because it's very easy to make very matter-of-fact assumptions based off of one thing found in the source code, and, you know, this is a prime example of maybe why we shouldn't do that. So, now that the DLC did not come out today, why don't we do what we always do and speculate when it will come out? Yay! Well, this is pretty much meaningless because, as I always say, my guess is just as good as anybody else's, but let's see, today is Tuesday, September 30th, and in my opinion, the most important thing to look at is the span of time that Rockstar leaves in between these DLC updates, because there is a pattern. You know, it's not like it's completely sporadic and completely random. There is definitely a pattern, and like I said, that's about every 30 days, and we are over that. So, you know, no DLC in the month of September. Well, here's the thing you gotta take into account. There's probably, I'd say, an overwhelming chance of there being a Halloween DLC, and that's going to be in about 1 month, so that means that if Rockstar wants to release a DLC, they need to do it very, very soon, because they're not going to want to release 2 DLCs within a week of each other. I just feel like that's nonsensical. It's not something that they would do, so I would say if it is not out next week, and even next week's pushing it, because that starts really getting close to Halloween, possibly next week though, And if it's not that week, then I say no. I say that it's just not going to happen, and the next DLC will be the Halloween DLC, and I'll probably make a video about that in the future here, you know, discussing what could be included there and just bounce some ideas off you guys. But anyways, that's my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt, like always, and with that, please stay tuned for more videos in the future. I will see you next time.